Maria Stella, who has written and composed Pretty Poison, singing about the chemtrails that we now have in our skies. Here's Maria.
This is for the world. As I walked out my door today and looked at the rising sun, the sky so blue and beautiful, a new day had begun. But just a little bit later, all the lovely blue was gone. There's a zigzag ugly portrait now, looking at our only son. Pretty poison, like a rainbow across the sky. Pretty poison, custom made for you and I. See your children playing in the powdery dust. Can we save them? Lord knows, try we must. And later on, a dear friend asked me, did you see the setting sun? So many different colors there on a wispy cloud. And when I tried to tell her those were chemicals you saw, she said, how can anything so beautiful possibly be wrong? Pretty poison, slowly creeping into life. Pretty poison, just like an invisible knife. Listen, children, help your parents find a way. Stop the chemtrails. Help us save the world today. See the poison falling down, falling down, falling down all over you. Stop that poison falling down, falling down, falling down all over you. Pretty poison falling down, falling down. What's this poor old world to do?
Thank you very much, Maria. That was Maria Stella, who was singing Pretty Poison, singing about the chemtrails in our skies. I will be introducing some of our guests for this morning. I thank them for being up so early to discuss with us. And before I do, I just wanted to remind people that they can post comments and questions in the YouTube live link that I've provided for them. I'm happy that 5 people are watching now, and and I guess I will do the introduction afterwards. I would rather introduce the guests. We have 2 people. We have Tiago Lopes, Hans Ehlers, and Tiago is from Portugal and Hans is from Mexico. First, I would like to welcome Hans on board. Hans, do you have any words for us?
Yeah, thanks again for making this happen. Yeah, in fact, I not even went to sleep. You know, I live more nighttime than daytime. I mean, I live 24 hours around here, and I don't have a time to sleep. By the way, Mexico, it's 4 a.m. 7 past 4 a.m. exactly. What's your time?
The time here is 6:07 a.m. Yeah.
Ah, okay, so you're 2 hours ahead. I was confused in the beginning because I thought it's just 1 hour of difference. Did you recently forward your time in your country in Canada?
Yeah, we did 2 weeks ago.
Ah, okay. That then it's okay. Yeah, yeah. Because I was confused because normally we are just 1 hour ahead. So I think in Mexico it will be also very soon that they switch the watch. You know, the 1 hour ahead. So, but I don't know yet when it will be. But it's good to know. So you're 2 hours in the future. So, what are your news from the future?
Well, the news from the future is that in the future, on April 19th, I want to remind everybody of the April 19th conference that we're going to be having broadcasting live from different channels.
Okay.
And I am a channel, Hans is a channel, Tiego's a channel. In the fact, if you go on Mass Action Demand in Facebook, you will see a list of all the different channels of the broadcasting, we call them rooms, but the broadcasting channels, and each channel will be, or each room will be an activist who is fighting a cause. In this particular, there's an echo here. It will be chemtrails, geoengineering, but we'll also be talking about, there will be special rooms for GMOs, fluoridations, and so on. So Hans will be part of this from
Yep.
Mexico, and I look forward to it. I hope we're simulcasting right now. I
Yeah.
believe Tiago is simulcasting from Portugal and Hans from Mexico,
Exactly.
which means that we're broadcasting each other. The quality seems to be quite good. I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm on Ustream already, transmitting in video also. I mean, with my Manicam, I can show, for example, now I switch to you. So if people are watching on my channel, they can see the Skype now. Now they can see me. So it works very good on my side.
Yes.
I would like in the chat box I have Luca from the UK here. So I don't know if anyone else is watching here. Please give me a chat inbox on my Ustream channel. You can see that on the right side. I will put it here also. There's a chat box. I also will send you the direct link. So if you wanna see that, okay, here it's on Skype. What is written here on my chat, you can open a separate window to read also if people write here, you know. Okay, and I have your YouTube channel open, so I can also read what is going on your side. There are 5 people watching you. Okay. Okay, it works. On my side, it's everything okay. And I see there's we have someone else here. Tiago Lopes. Hello, Tiago. Are you live streaming too?
I'm here. Well, my live stream is not working. I will get it ready.
Okay. Where are you from?
Okay.
Or what is your country?
I'm from Portugal.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that would be
Okay.
fabulous if we are all around the world having the same simulcast running, you know? Okay.
Okay, Hans, I will introduce Tiago Lopes, and he will talk through the Skype.
Mm-hmm.
And let's listen to what he has to say, and then we'll get back. Okay.
Okay, I will put myself now in mute so to give it a better sound experience. Okay.
Okay, great. Tiago, welcome.
Yeah, I'm here.
Great. Speak a bit louder, so because we're very far away from you.
Yeah, but that is it's not very big because I'm far. It's because my microphone technology isn't the best.
Okay, but at least we hear you better. Are you trying to simulcast right now?
I'm trying, but the it does not start. It says here starting soon.
Oh,
I can starting soon, but it does not start because I make it to start at 10 o'clock. As soon as you told me you were requesting, I did that.
okay. Okay, well, let me know if it starts recording. I know that Paul Mack from Australia will be joining us as well, and he will be trying to simulcast. He has loaded up and installed YouTube Live as well. So if it works, no, we may be doing this a few tries before the April 19th event. We'll get it perfect. But ideally, we will be 9 people, 9 activists broadcasting. Um, Now, oh, I see Stone in my chat room. Stone just woke up, so good morning, Stone. Um, I just want to, before going on, um, talking to everybody, I just want to mention a lot of people recently have been asking about, well, particularly in our groups, especially the anti-chemtrail geoengineering groups, but even the others, they're asking, how can we stop it? Who is responsible? Why don't they listen to us? Is there anything nonviolent that we can do today that's simple, that's sound, that's safe, and something that is surefire? And
Yeah,
so that's a lot of people are discussing. They're saying we're tired of sharing information. We want the government and whoever's responsible to start listening to us. So, any recommendations about that?
yeah. We we have to make sure that we don't accept their lie because they are telling us that what is above the clouds. They spray most of the chemtrails over the sea, so we do not see them spraying, and and they keep spraying when it's on our side above us. But we, we have these satellite images. They have we see the reflection caused by the chemtrails, and they are calling these cirrus clouds. They are telling us that they are ice crystals, and that is untrue. That's a lie. So we cannot live like a beautiful life. It's a serious problem, a serious trouble.
Um, like I was thinking this morning, somebody had a question about GMO foods, and they asked, "Well, what can we do about that? What's something simple?" Well, there are food companies like Kellogg's or Kraft Foods or so on that we can contact by sending them an email or sending them a written letter asking them, are we getting any GMO products in the foods that you are processing for us? We can ask that question. And if enough people ask that question of them, uh, then they will start responding. And we can say, if you are doing this, please stop it. We don't want to have that kind of a food, or we will stop eating your food until you assure us it is certified that we're not getting this crap in our food. And
Yeah, but the animals are eating GMOs. Most of the ration they eat is from those genetically modified uh, food, and yeah, the animals would be in trouble, and we will be in trouble next.
well,
It's not just us directly.
I understand, and some people are saying that is why I am becoming a vegetarian because we know that the beef and all the livestock is eating food that has GMOs in it. And so, if we know that we're eating organic carrots and celery and cabbage, at least we'll start with these foods because we want to remain healthy. Uh, so, we have to start somewhere.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
We have to be careful with what we eat, otherwise we won't last.
that's right. Let's take a minute and ask Hans what he feels about this topic. Hans, if you're there, please join us.
Yeah, I am here. Okay, ask me whatever you want to ask.
Okay, well, simply the people are asking, what can we do to stop companies giving us bad food, bad, water,
Yeah,
and like for instance, GMOs. Okay,
yeah.
what can we do to tell the companies to stop giving us this stuff?
Okay, I know that. I mean, I cannot say 100% that is true because it's just what I read on Facebook, for example, when the people write what's happening. So I read that, for example, Germany banned, or was it Mexico? They banned the GMO, but I, I mean, I cannot, or I don't trust the United States to start the whole thing because, I mean, you can write a lot in the mainstream media, but they can trick you. I mean, maybe they say, okay, no problem, no GMO in that country or whatever, but maybe it's not true. Maybe they're still doing it, or they are just they don't write it on the packages what they're selling. I mean, I cannot trust anybody in this case. So the only option is to go local. If someone has a farm and he's selling these things in a market, in a street market, for example, to buy it there. Don't go to the Walmarts. Don't go to the big stores, which have more connection with all those companies who make that happen with the GMO. I mean, I try myself. Don't buy. I mean, I don't buy anything in Walmart. Only if I don't find something, but less food. I mean, if I really need something which I cannot get in any other place, okay, I have to go there because I need it. But food is another thing. We have at least in Mexico City, we have so many markets, so many street markets also, and you get everything even cheaper there and different. An example, for example, you go to Walmart, you see an apple. It looks so great, so clean. So, I mean, it's not like this. I mean, when you go to nature and see a apple tree, they don't look like that. I don't know what they're doing with those apples. So when I go to the street market, there I can see the real apples. They are more, I mean, different, smaller, and whatever. So I trust more those kind of or these kinds of apples than in the Walmarts, for example, because they are all bigger, nicer. I mean, I cannot trust that, and they have all those marks there. Those little how you say stickers with the barcode and whatever. So I always call those kind of stickers the mark of the devil because it's I mean, it's poisoned. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, maybe not that poison that you die tomorrow, but maybe the body, because when it's manipulated food, with the time the body dies. Maybe in 20-30 years or next generation will have that kind of effects. I cannot trust this kind of food, so I try always to go buying local, and even if it doesn't look that nice, that product, that apple or orange or whatever, but it tastes great, and I trust it more like this. I mean, this is all what I can answer. Just don't trust the mainstream media, even if they say kind of stuff, because everything is controlled. So that's what I can say about it.
Okay. Before passing it on to Tiago, my comment is simply that they sell kits, GMO testing kits.
Oh my God.
Kits that will allow you to test the seeds of different products. For instance, I'm looking at one kit online here available. It will detect if the soy, the corn, the canola, the cotton, the sugar beet that you are eating is a GMO product. And so that is another alternative we have. I don't know how expensive these kits are, but that's another venue. So if we're suspicious that anything is GMO, it can be detected using a test. So
That
back
sounds
to you, Jack.
that sounds like not guinea pigs, guinea kids. You know, if they're using actually human beings for that, is guinea kids for me. My God. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are doing experiences with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, if you read about the elite political system that yeah they, you know that they consider as cattle, and yeah, some people who really behave like cattle they are, but well, yeah, we don't behave like cattle most of we, and we are treated like cattle. We are alive every day.
Yeah. We're getting some comments here from the chat room. Buzz is saying that Brazil just managed to get GMOs banned in their country through the Supreme Court. And he's saying that this could have been created a doorway to get it banned elsewhere. Then we have Stone, who says, and that's a very valid point. He said farmers are going to get hurt when boycotts take place. If they don't get informed, then switch before they get caught with worthless grain. I absolutely would like us to protect our farmers, especially our local farmers here. And we do have to sit down with them and tell them, look, we have kits available. We can detect if your food has GMOs or not. We recommend that you don't, and you'll get more produce from us. Now, some farmers will welcome this information. Some other farmers will take this opportunity to switch seed providers and take original seeds rather than modified seeds. And others will say, well, they don't care because, anyways, all their produce is already pre-sold to the market, usually a foreign market. So I'm curious to see if we can create a new trend. So we can't just boycott all the farms. We have to boycott, be specific in our boycotts. Go ahead, please.
Oh, yeah, we have to do that. But yeah, it's good if Brazil just managed to do that. Yet we know from Brazil the same political system, and they will keep yeah finding ways to do their work beyond, which is to yeah, it's the will of the elite companies.
I wonder if Hans knows anything about this, but apparently Mexico has banned GMO corn seeds from being planted in their land, their native land. I think that's a good move because I eat a lot of tortillas and their products. So I think that they will be getting the attention of the world. So Hans, do you know anything about the Mexican ban of GMO corn?
Yeah, I have heard that too. But I mean, it's just what I have read, let's say. I mean, I get my news feeds on Facebook, for example, and sometimes with links, so I go there, and it might be that it's really true. So I hope so, because Mexico, imagine all those people, there are so many poor people, and if they're getting sick, many people, they cannot afford a good doctor, for example. So I hope they really banned it, and it's not just a saying, you know, because sometimes I mean, like I told you, maybe they say that in the mainstream media, so people think, ah, great, no problem, but maybe it's not true. I mean, we should really have some investigations there, that they take out some food and test it in a laboratory or whatever, to give us the 100% proof of this, you know. I mean, that would be great if all the countries, in fact, if they could do that, you know. I mean, there's so many laboratories all around the world, in every country. Why they don't analyze that and give their exam to this, and say, look, we have found this and that, and this is not right, and then go in the streets and do something. I mean, we need laboratories also. That's my
Yeah, they
opinion.
have made some experiences, and the rats in the laboratory have died much earlier with these kind of foods.
And also the fertility rates was changed.
Oh yeah. Oh,
So we're being treated like rats.
Yeah.
But on the positive side, we should always talk and include in our broadcasts good news to encourage activists, okay? We have to show solutions, but we have to show them also solutions that...
yeah.
And one
I
of
was
them...
talking about that.
Go ahead.
I was talking about that last time.
And
You have to find people that can that can show you how things really are working, and how can you do it? How can you make it work? How can you? Yeah.
that's leadership, because I know a lot of my colleagues in California were complaining about radiation and Fukushima, and they're very worried, and they're not eating tuna anymore. Many of my friends are not eating any fish that comes from the Pacific Ocean anymore. They just eat fish coming from the Atlantic Ocean. Here's the good news. The good
The
news...
first thing you have to do. Okay,
The good news is that a lot of them went to buy radiation monitoring kits, and they took these kits to the beaches of the West Coast, California, and they found extremely high radiation levels from the beach, and they're showing that it is coming inwards towards the continent slowly. Now, why is that good news? That is good news because just 2 days ago, I read that the FBI and some military unit are now providing certain agents with radiation monitoring kits, which they attach to the exterior of houses. And now they've labeled 100 houses near beaches to monitor the radiation levels. So our activism is making the government respond. And I'm happy about that.
Now I got you. I thought
I think that.
I thought you were talking about kids like children, but now I understood kids like K-I-T, not K-I-D. Okay.
So here in Canada, there's a company that I know, which is an hour driving distance from me, which provides monitoring kits, radiation detection kits for individuals. They used to sell them to the general public, and now they are refusing to sell me some. It is very unfortunate because their kits were affordable. They're very small, and you can wear them around your neck or in a watch. And so there is a reason why they're refusing to sell them. And I told them, I said, I know at least 100 people who would buy these wearable radiation detection kits, and they still refuse. So I guess the government got to them as well, because which company would refuse a lot of money? It doesn't make any sense. So they must have been paid off. So we wouldn't have this information, because the government probably has something to hide, especially since our leader has decommissioned or deactivated the radiation monitoring sites across our country. And that is a grave mistake, because people are talking about that. And that will make it safe its way to the parliament very, very soon. Go ahead, please.
You, I will continue to talk about this. If you find the people that can guide you, you'll have a better idea what the problem really is. Then you can unite some of you, explain them. When people are explain the situation really good, but yeah, they can see clearly, and they will see the direction they need to react, because Yeah, we in Portugal, we all have the same political system in the world. The political system is the same. The politicians are pressure to keep quiet because they are not working in the interest of the general population. Or so we have to change that. We have to change the democratic situation. We have to make people responsible for what they do, and if you and you make like make the people really responsible. They have to be responsible. If they take claim for being having power and try to lead a country, they have to take responsibility, and this is not happening.
What do you think, Hans?
Yeah, the biggest problem of all what I see is that many people, they don't know even that GMO exists. I had that experience when I was talking once in my work, when I was working in a commercial and talking about chemtrails and GMO, etc. They don't know what is a chemtrail. They don't know what is GMO. I mean, many people not even know what's happening. So, I mean, Tiago Lopes know, and our thousand friends on Facebook, they know that. But what I would like to do or to ask the people is that they share what they know, and not just in the groups where we are all in or between us, because we know it already. I mean, we have many people, they don't know about all this stuff. They are still just posting their party pictures or yeah, the private life, let's say. So we should share our knowledge to those innocent people, those people who are still asleep, that they also start to investigate. I mean, that happened with me. In the past, I didn't know anything about HARP, chemtrails, mind control, GMO, whatever. I was just a normal person like everybody. But once when I got a lot of messages from these people, because I started Project Lights Out, like environmental stuff, like climate change, recycling, etc. So many people ask me, Hans, what do you think about this? Then I thought, what is that? First, of course, I thought they are all crazy. When they sent me that the governments are poisoning us and this and that. So I was thinking, no, that cannot be. I mean, this is the moment when you wake up, when you say, oh my God, is that really true? And then you start to research with your own computer and opening other websites and watching videos on YouTube or whatever. So I mean, I woke up thanks because of that people were sharing this stuff. So that is what I would recommend, that people start to share also on walls of other people, or even when there's like for example in the regular news, they have also some comments of the news of the mainstream media news, for example. Also put a link sometimes there, or write, have you ever seen a chemtrail? So people say, what is that chemtrail? And they put it in Google, and then maybe we wake up more sheeple over there. I mean, sharing is caring.
Yeah.
This is what I can say about it, because if not, our knowledge will be just in our groups and will never go out. So we are just thousands or 10,000s of people who knows what's going on,
Yeah.
and this, we cannot change anything with this.
Yeah, one thing we should do is incentivize people to watch documentaries
Yeah,
instead of watching movies, because there are a lot of them that are really good explaining a lot of things.
that's right. And I can say from my own experience, when I had cable TV, now I don't have cable TV. I loved watching documentaries from History Channel, from Discovery Channel, because they were so
Oh,
interesting, you know, at
but
that time. Of course,
yeah, but
we
that's not the ones
I
people have to
know,
watch.
I know, but I mean, documentaries are interesting in general. But now, of course, I know about the other kind of documentaries you find just on YouTube, because they are not transmitted in the mainstream media. So people who like watching documentaries, they really would like it. So I think it's a good idea to share documentaries, not just self-made videos uploaded on YouTube. For example, if I capture a chemtrail and I share it, they will say you're crazy. But if I share a professional documentary first, people will say, wow, I never have seen that before. That is crazy, you know, that is really, I'm worried now. And then you can share your own things and say, you see, it's not just the documentaries, I also have some proofs of it. So
Well, my opinion about the controversy of awareness and versus action is this, okay? Now, awareness, let's talk about awareness. First of all, I think that enough people are aware, because you look at Tiago's group on specifically on geoengineering chemtrails, he's got 10,000 members, and that's just one person, one group, okay? And I have one group on that, and I have 6,000 members. And so I would say that millions of people are aware about chemtrails and geoengineering. And even more people are aware about the dangers of GMO foods and vaccination, fluoridation. I think the public is aware, because if they look at a lot of viral videos, like, for instance, the die-offs, the animal die-offs, the bird die-offs, the fish die-offs, the mammal die-offs, and people should stop to think, you know, I mean, even the government is not analyzing the reason why these animals are dying off by the millions and by the, you know, hundreds of thousands of tons. It's significant. Now, what if we have a human die-off tomorrow, okay? I used to work at a funeral home, and part of my job was to go pick up bodies in people's homes and casinos and other that have been certified dead by the doctors. And when people die in their homes, they don't usually die in the street. It happens every so often. But if there is a massive human die-off, how is anybody to know? We don't have access as general public to these stats about a hospital, how many people are going into the hospital, how many people are actually leaving. So there could be a human die-off in one case, and we'll never know about it. That's another thing. But I think my focus is different. It's not just increasing awareness, but attracting activists who are actually doing something about it into harmonious collaboration, so that together we're stronger. I think we should unite. I think it makes a difference. Now, if you take, for instance, the American Revolution, everybody in the colonies, the 13 colonies at the time, were aware that the British were unfair in their taxation and so on. So everybody in the colonies wanted to separate. Now, less than 1% of the people fought off the British. And so that is significant, and it should tell us that even if there are very few activists compared to the number of people who are aware, that these people are making a difference, but they can make a bigger difference if they unite, and hopefully April 19th that will happen. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, hopefully we will make the event available and visible, so many people can watch it. Yeah, we have to prepare it. We have to know what to talk about, and show people some things they can read, some books they can read, some documentaries they can watch, and talk with them. Discussing the way we can react to this, or How can how can we join and organize to to react to these things that are happening?
Yeah.
It's excuse me.
Bless you.
Hi. Sorry about that.
Bless you.
But for the April 19th event, I'm happy that several of us already have the broadcasting equipment. The others are still working on it. It's not an easy thing, and even though it is free. But we will be ready by then. That's 3 weeks away, and I'm grateful to be surrounded by all these people who have an audience and who have broadcasting power. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, we will do it. Yeah, what also would be great, I saw in the comments of your YouTube page where you're transmitting, Stonely posted already some great movies here, like Who Killed the Electric Car, The Light Bulb Conspiracy, for example. I have seen them also, but we should get all those links from YouTube and also post the links, because many people, they don't have time to put it in the browser and look for it, because sometimes there are many of the same movies but with a bad quality, and if they open a bad quality, they will just not watch it. So it would be nice if we can make a list also on the what you use, the Gmail documents, and post all those links of the very good documentaries with a good quality, because quality is very important here too, because when something is with many pixels or bad sound quality, people won't watch it. They will say, no, I cannot even understand it. And some movies, they are, for example, even available with subtitles in many languages. So to make to put a list together, everybody of us can help with that. You know, I mean, I don't have time to look for all these things, but if I find one, I will put a good link there. If you find one, you can put a link there, because this is a good service also. So we can make like our TV guide, you know, our wake up guide on TV, on video, YouTube, for example, or Vimeo. I mean, many people just know YouTube, but there's another great channel with very good movies which are not that censored like in YouTube, is the vimeo.com. I found that out because sometimes when I post something on YouTube, I get noticed that it's like piracy or whatever. I mean, even if I put a music which is a cover from a famous song, YouTube is so fast, they detect you and they take away the video. So Vimeo, for example, is not that hard, that censorship yet. So we should also keep an eye on Vimeo.
Good idea, good suggestion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to invite Stone to the room.
Okay.
Just a second. See if he has anything to say.
Yep.
Okay. We'll be there in 1 second. Okay. Let's mute our mics and let Stone give an opportunity to himself.
Okay.
Go ahead, Stone.
Hey, Stone.
Good morning, kids.
Good morning, Chief. Please share your comments from the chat room there. Please tell us more about this. Stone?
More about what?
Well, for instance, you talked about Who Killed the Electric Car.
Well, yeah, if you haven't seen it, you got to watch it. It makes me cry. I actually cried. I watched it again the other day and I cried.
Yeah. Uh, based
You
on
haven't seen it?
that,
Have you ever seen that show?
yeah, I did. Based on the comment you said, Hans came up with the idea that we should generate a list of all the best videos for the different causes, like the electric car and the light bulbs and the GMO and the chemtrails. That's a very, very great suggestion that came out of today's show. So thanks for
Yeah.
inspiring that, Stone.
I can't disagree. I mean, yeah, a good collection of stuff that people can just sit down and yeah, learn the truth about what's going on in the world today.
Yeah. So we're going to be working on that. That will be generated, and hopefully the people will take the list before the show starts on April 19th, our major conference, and see all these videos, so they will be more informed and as affected by these movies as you were, so that we will be more people pushed to action. So thanks, Stone and Hans, for that suggestion. And sorry, go ahead, Hans. I didn't want to interrupt you. I just wanted to introduce Hans. Sorry, Stone, to the.
Okay, no problem. No, I mean, this is the best what we can do, because I mean, if you see something made already, a documentary, a professional thing, it's much more powerful to give the information than just you or me talking, because they say, okay, you can talk a lot, I don't know you, you're not famous or whatever, you know. But if they see actually yeah, those kind of documentaries we were talking about, like with the electric car, with the light bulbs and whatever, I mean, then people will really believe it also, because I mean, anyway, it's true, but they have to see it, because those kind of documentaries are almost never on TV. I saw just one, the name was the Planet Obsolescence with the light bulb conspiracy. That was in Europe, in Spain, they put it on TV. It was very good, but I never have seen that, for example, in Mexico. So if Mexican people, the Mexicans, if they see that, they will also say, oh my God, how is that possible that they are doing all this shit, you know? I mean, it's like, I mean, everything
Well,
is...
they're crime.
Yeah, everything
They're
is...
crimes against
Yeah, and everything
humanity.
is...
They're crimes against humanity.
Yeah, and everything is built on a lifetime. I mean, this is something which is also very, very bad for nature, because we are using all those resources. I mean, if you can have not just a light bulb, I mean, they were talking even about the nylons which women use, for example, or shoes or whatever. I mean, everything takes material from the earth. So why don't do it or build it that it lasts for not forever, but for 20-30 years more, for example, you know? I mean, we are killing the planet
Well,
if we are building.
In my 50 years, I've noticed that anything that's good
Yeah,
and it works it disappears.
yeah,
They
yeah,
take it, it gets squished. It's gone. Even in my trade, things that work good, paints, different products that I use in my trade.
yeah.
If they're good products, we only use them for a few years and they're gone. They
Yeah,
just disappear.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, I'd like to mention something very important that Tiago just did while we were talking. That list that we were talking about, that a Stone inspired Hans to think and me to talk about, we have the beginning of the list, and I've posted it. He's posted it in Mass Action Demand, and I've posted that list from Tiago also in the Skype room. I just want to mention one thing about one item, just one movie that I watched on that list that changed my life, and that is The Ring of Power. The Ring of Power, I think it's like 4 or 5 hours long. And when I saw that, I just had to agree with it, and I tried to do my own research to see at all the points that we're trying to make. It explains everything back from Egypt, and then we will see in the Ring of Power why our leaders, the aristocrats or the elite, call them what you will, have been trying to control us for not decades, for not for millennia, for several thousand years, and they're still continuing. So that is a wonderful list. I'm looking at a couple of other movies on that. So thanks for fast action on that, Tiago, and I will be looking at all the other videos on that list, and we'll be adding to it.
Yeah, I've been watching documentaries some for the last few years. I've watched hundreds of them.
Yeah, and it brings me to just what you just mentioned, Sylvain, brings me to something we were talking about earlier. Sociopaths. It appears to me sociopaths run the world and have run the world for some time now. Most of the big corporations are run by sociopaths. I don't know. Can we not diagnose sociopathism and can we not maybe find a way of correcting it? Or it should be diagnosed as almost a disease.
Well, first of all, the established order, I don't think they're going to be diagnosing their leaders anytime because they're afraid of them. So there's got to be another way.
We can diagnose them, or we can take them out of power. We can either stop putting them in power, or make them not sociopaths. I mean, they have no empathy. Sociopaths have no empathy.
Yeah, well, that's true. But no, your suggestion is good. Either have them diagnosed somehow by professionals that inform the public, and get them out of power. And we could, well, the professionals, I doubt even the professionals would do that for us because they would be afraid of lawsuits because sociopaths have a lot of money.
Half of those just professionals are probably sociopaths.
Exactly. I think it's all in the family,
Well, I'd like to know where they come from. Do sociopaths, is it inherited? Are you groomed and bred into one?
Yeah. Some people think they come from another planet because they don't seem to be human at all.
True that.
I think some of them are natural psychopaths. The other have been educated.
But you're saying psychopath. I'm not saying psychopath. There's a difference between a sociopath and a psychopath. These people are sociopaths, not psychopaths.
Okay, I see. But yeah, the problem is that they don't have any respect for others. That's
right. No empathy.
Yeah. And
by the way, I'm inviting Gregory Scott Busby from the UK. I know his story. I hope he will talk about it because he's another like Billy Hayes type of person. And I'm not going to steal his thunder, or I'll let him speak if he would like to speak with us. Gregory, you're on live in our show here and through YouTube Live. I wonder if you could say a few words to us and introduce yourself if you can.
Hi, Gregory.
Hello, you wonderful people. My name is Gregory Scott Busby. I'm from Britain, and I've been looking into this for a very long time. And I think most of us here have all noticed the patterns, and we've all come to similar conclusions. I'm glad to be here chatting with likewise people.
Gregory, please tell us more about how do you see. Okay, what is the situation first of all? Define the situation, and define. Is there any hope for us? Okay.
Well, yeah, the way I see it, it's, we're already at war. We're at war with them. It's their plan to stop us from overcoming them. And this comes from the problem solution factor. They keep creating the problems, giving us the solutions after putting us in situations where everybody's grasping for those solutions. Instead, we need to club together and create the solutions among us instead of grasping to them for it.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
And don't fall for the problem either.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's called the Hegelian dialectic. They create the problem, they control the reaction, and then they offer the solution. And when we can recognize this, we can fight against it by not reacting how they want us to react.
That's it.
Yeah, amen. Exactly.
yes. So how's the situation over in the UK, Gregory?
Oh, it's getting worse all the time. The police state gets worse and worse.
Come on, tell them the truth, Craig. It's the bits.
It is. Can't be helped. At the moment, we're getting there though. See, if America, the last vestige of freedom, is taken, then the United Nations, the New World Order, it all gets into place. So everybody has to band together and make sure that the Americans don't lose their Second Amendment rights and, can stand up against this lot. We've all got to join together, really, and stand up against this lot because that's a horrible future they've got in line for us. I mean, Agenda 21, just read it. It's there on their website. Not a nice future. I don't want that for the next generation. I'm sure you don't.
Have you heard about the anti-social bill, Gregory, in the UK?
Yeah, mainly put in place so that nobody actually says anything bad against the Queen and the government. They can be arrested for it. Mustn't speak out.
Get me in big trouble.
Excuse me, I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, okay. I think even though I disagree with the Queen, and I don't think she should be the Queen of Canada, I don't think the attack should be personal. I think it should be more like...
I agree.
It should be political, and here in Canada, I'm suggesting to my friends that we should just band together and ask her quietly to leave Canada and leave us on our own. I mean, Trinidad and Tobago did that, and there wasn't a war, and nobody heard a peep out of that, and they got their full independence, and they don't have pictures of the Queen on their dollars and their coins in their pockets. So we can do the same here in Canada. I mean, if Trinidad and Tobago did it, Canada can do it also. It just depends if there's will to do it, and we don't need to fight over this. We just ask them, please.
Well, and really the Queen, I don't know. She doesn't have that much say here anymore. But even in Britain, like for Buzz, I think she should take the back door and get. This is ridiculous. This idea of royalty. It just appalls me to think that people have fell for this scam for this long. This is what last time I looked, wasn't this like the 21st century or something? And we're still, even Saudi Arabia though, anywhere that there's royalty, I think we have a real problem with something.
This concept of inheriting power, like the Queen does, her children will be king in the future. Reminds me very much of the pharaohs of Egypt, and I will tell you why. Because power is inherited and passed on to their offspring as well too. No matter if they were inbred or whatnot, if they had any deficiencies.
Exactly. This is wrong.
Yeah, it's totally wrong. It's not modern. It's not intelligent, and the way they get power too is to it's another point of discussion. They don't have power because they're nice to people. It's quite the opposite, and
they're also, and they're stupidly wealthy. They could feed. If we could strip royalty, we could strip the Queen and all her wealth, and dwindle it back into the world. nobody would be hungry or homeless or anything. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, I bet you they have a year worth supply of toilet paper. You know, I mean, that's how well off they are.
And she doesn't touch it.
And
She
that,
doesn't use toilet paper. She uses rewashable wipe, and
Yeah.
she doesn't do it herself.
how would you know that?
She has a bum wiper. Have you not heard that she has a bum wiper?
No, I never heard of that. I mean, I don't know if that can be very.
Oh well, oh you do your homework.
Oh wait. Anyways,
She
detail.
has a bum wiper, a personal bum wiper.
Well, anyways, that's a detail I don't need, and you know, I don't even have a bum wiper. I used to wipe the bums of my kids though when they were babies.
Well, then you were actually a bum wiper, and your mother was a bum wiper.
Oh yeah.
But trust me, the queen has a bum wiper.
Well, then she has to grow up then, and
She has to grow up. Lady Diane's grandfather was a bum wiper. They've always had bum wipers. They don't wipe their own bum.
well, anyways, well, it's a interesting topic, but we're back.
Yeah.
Go back to Hans in Mexico. Hans, anything to say while Gregory is handling his call?
I was laughing a lot about that thing here. Okay. No, I mean, you're completely right. I mean, this is outdated. We are living in the 21st century where we travel to Mars, or I mean, at least we sent robots to Mars. I mean, queens and kings, and I mean, this is history. There are movies of this shit, you know. But the thing what is really happening, all this history stuff, they're still believing it. The Illuminatis and the I mean, it's all in those old books, you know. They're really still believing in this, and they're even in the Bilderbergers, you know. When they have meetings, there's also the Queen. You know, the old lady goes to the Bilderberg. I mean, what she's doing there. I mean, they have some kind of power. They have their rituals. I have heard from Anthony Hilder that they're even sacrificing babies and whatever. I mean, there's still this kind of power.
Jim Tucker.
Yeah.
Jim Tucker told me the same.
Yeah, exactly.
Rest in peace, Jim Tucker. But
yeah, and I mean, when you see this, that the people are still believing in this shit, you know, and sacrificing in the numbers and this and that. I mean, and I mean, it's not just this. I mean, those kind of people are in power. This is what is horrible here, because they are ruling the world. I mean, they are making the laws. They are having the money and the power, and can do whatever they want. I mean,
so how and why? How and why? Because some guy pulled a sword out of a rock or something, or I don't know, there was a queen, I mean, Lady of the Lake or something. How did this all come about? How did we end up with sociopaths running the world?
Yeah,
our sociopaths.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the traditions, you know, I mean, people. I mean, the most horrible thing is that we permit this. You know, when for example, when someone marries of them, people.
No, hold on. I have not permitted one bit of this.
No, me neither.
Don't you say I permitted this?
No, me neither. But there are millions of people that, when, for example, one of them get married or whatever, they are watching the whole celebrity, and a big proof is that the mainstream media is transmitting all this kind of celebrities and events and the marriages and the Olympic Games. They're also there when the last Olympic Games in London, there was also the Queen there. I mean, this is so connected with everything, and the brainwashed people, they even like it. They say, look at the Queen, what nice clothes she has, and blah blah blah, and they don't know what's really going on here. I mean, people have to wake up and and just fire them and say no.
Well, so we're being we've been we're getting mind fucked.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've been mind fucked since
Gregory,
we were
excuse
just
me,
young.
Excuse me, Gregory is back. We'll let him speak because you will understand why later. Okay.
Okay.
Gregory.
I will put myself on mute.
Hello, sorry. I didn't know that was going to happen. Sorry.
Go ahead. What else do you have to say to us? Oh, by the way, while you were gone, we were discussing about power, about monarchy not only in the UK but in Europe, and the fact that power seems to be something that can be inherited. You know, just like the pharaohs of Egypt would pass on their power from pharaoh to pharaoh. Right now, us modern people believes power is something that you earn, or that that the population gives you if you deserve it. So what's the situation of the monarchy in the UK? Are they still as strong? Does the media continue to put them in a great light?
Well, actually, I was listening to the last bit, and one of the things that I was thinking of is the fact that over the centuries, it's always been the winner writes the history. And when we look at history, we know that the winner isn't always the winner of the wars, but it's the shadow people that do all the economics behind it all and all the influencing. And one of the things that we learn over the years is how archaeology, a lot of it gets hidden. And if we could actually utilize that as a tool, find this archaeology, find our history, our proper history, then I think it would actually shine a light on how we can change our future for the better.
Mm-hmm. A good idea.
So maybe our history isn't the way we read it.
Exactly.
Well, yeah.
We're only told the socialist worldview. That's our history.
But
right.
What was the situation in Portugal? Did you have a queen or monarchy in like Spain did, or you were different? I remember I went there and I saw a lot of palaces there.
Yeah, we had a monarchy until 1910. The Republicans, the Masonic Republicans, assassinated the king, and they proclaimed the Republic. And yeah, we're still in the same trouble. We still have these secret societies controlling everything.
Well, France got rid of the monarchy.
Amen.
Pretty
secret societies.
So, well, I think it's time that we get in power. I only have a few minutes left, gentlemen, because I have to drive my son and his gang to a mountain climbing event. And but to wrap up, why don't each one of you, starting with Tiago Lopes, give us your final remarks for today? And go ahead, please.
Okay, well, once again, a good conversation with the main idea was for me to organize the links, organize the documentaries, and make them available to people so they can, if they want to learn something about what we face, they can watch the commentaries and they will be better. They will understand better what the problem is. That's good for me.
Okay, that's great. And by the way, before we go off to the next one, I thank you for trying to connect to do the simulcast. We'll try it the next time. We'll do a sound check, and because I'm anxious for you to have your broadcasting channel ready. And I know that, what's his name, Paul Mack from Australia will also be ready today. Also, I heard. I was chatting with him a sec. And how about Stone? Any final remarks?
Well, no, I totally agree, and I think it's a great thing to put together some, like you do in the list. And I don't know, it might be time to start some public venue. Like once you have this list together, you could go to the library or something like that, and you could have like a movie night or sort of thing or something. But really, you don't have to. I had a lot more to say because I run into a brand new Mason the other day. We just joined the Masons was gifted down to him from his grandfather, and yeah, he got a new insider, so it's going to be interesting in the future.
That should be very interesting. We could have a special show just on that. Yeah. And so please keep us in mind when you get any useful information. And so Gregory, off on to you now.
Thank you. With all the negative in the world, it can get to people. And I'd just like to remind people to remember to smell the roses, connect to the earth, and stay positive. You'll have more energy to be able to stand up and fight. At the end of the day, nature is all about balance. It's the best way to keep a straight mind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gregory, for your participation and your great ideas. And my good friend Hans down in Mexico.
I also wanna. I have some ideas. Very fast. I will say that so you can go leave to make your thing with your family. Okay. What we should do also is, in my case, for example, I teach German, also using Skype, etc. And one of my pupils, he's visiting a university. And he was talking, because he likes what I'm doing and everything, he was talking with the boss of the school, with the, I don't know, what would you say, with the principal of the school. And I will have this year a speech in the school. That means I will get invited and I can talk about all this stuff. So if someone of us here is maybe a teacher or knows someone of a school, we could ask if we can bring a documentary, for example, to school and talk about it and explain those pupils, you know, because many of the students, they don't know about all this stuff, and make a very nice class for them, you know, with new knowledge and whatever. That is an idea to go to schools talking about this. And another thing what I would like is, I have seen that a lot of my German contacts on Facebook, they all like what we're doing, but they don't understand it. So it would be great if, I mean, if I would have time, I would do it myself, to put subtitles. I mean, everything what we are doing will be on YouTube, but it will be in English, of course. So there are many countries they don't...
Chemtrails for dummies?
Yeah, I mean, they know what is a chemtrail, but they would like to know what we are talking about, but they don't understand English that good. I see that on my brother when he visits me in Mexico. He understands only the half what I'm saying. So we should look for friends who could... I mean, many people, they would like to do also something, but they don't have the computer to make a live stream, but maybe they can help us making subtitles. You know, you can make it even on YouTube. There's an application to make subtitles, so it would be great if we find some people who helps us to make French, German, Italian, Portuguese subtitles, or Spanish ones too, that the message will be or can be understood in other countries, so we could really close the circle more, you know, and get...
So one last word.
Yeah.
One last word from me. We're doing a good job. People that used to look like at me like I was like a village idiot, you know, that it's changed. It's changed. They're kind of giving you. Now they're looking at me different. You know what I mean? So it's changing.
That's good.
Yeah.
We're not the fools that we looked like in the beginning. So
I thank you all again for participating in this show, especially since, you know, you guys, this is very early for you guys, especially in Mexico. I don't think it's even 6 o'clock in the morning yet.
No,
so
it's
thank you very
5:16. No, thank you.
So that's an active, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah, you can
I
count
want
on
to
me.
thank. I want to thank Hans in particular for doing a simulcast of this show. As some of you may not know, that this show was broadcasted twice live. So to Hans's audience and to my audience as well. And so there were some people writing in the chat room in the YouTube live here in mine, and also in the Ustream chat room of Hans in Mexico. Some people were chatting there as well too. So thanks for proving once again that the simulcast does work. And we will do the simulcast with Tiago and Terry Lawton and Paul Mack and the rest, and anybody else who's interested in doing that. We're going to be doing some tests until the great day of April 19th. And we'll also be doing something else. We'll be doing relay broadcasting. Relay broadcasting is different. That means that if I have, like, for instance, Greg on my show, and then all of a sudden he's done his bit, and I take a new caller on, then Greg will be going on to Tiago's show, or his room, or his channel, and then on to Hans. So we're going to be organizing simulcast as well as relay broadcasting at the event of the 19th. So to extend the reach of our voices, of our ideas. I thank you also, Stone, for inspiring Hans to come up with an idea of the...
Hey, there's not going to be any hurdles in this relay, is there?
No. And for inspiring Hans to come up with a list of the the best movies of activism. So, and I thank you, Tiago, for responding to that request and providing us that list instantly. We will try to add it, to it if we can. By the way, Carla just joined. She's saying, "Good morning, boys." Well, good morning, Carla. And I want to thank also finally Gregory for joining us for the first time. I hope you will be back with us again. Your optimism and your realism combined is very refreshing in this movement, and it's something that I would like to devote an entire show on as well too. And also for Stone, as soon as he gets back, any information about his Mason friends, if he's allowed to share that, we'd be glad to have him back. So, thank you, boys.
It's been a privilege.
Very good day.
Okay, so I'll contact you next time we have another spontaneous event, and hopefully next time we'll have like 5-6 broadcasting activists broadcasting each other. So have a nice Saturday.
Bye.
Same to
Bye
you.
nice and don't get hurt, kid.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
So thank you so much.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye bye. Okay, yeah. Okay, that was another testing here. Very good one because, yeah, great information, great people like always. And okay, I have to write thank you. Okay. Okay, yeah, just writing in the chat box, you know, we have here on Skype some messages. Okay, yeah, I will stop the video now too, upload it to YouTube so people can watch it again. There's still the channel from Sylvain available, where I think he also will keep that recording, and on my side I will upload it to my YouTube channel. In fact, when you see that, it's already on the YouTube channel, because it's the only copy I will make to have more space on my Ustream channel, because it's limited space. I cannot have everything, and it will get deleted after 30 days. So everything new you will find on this YouTube channel. And thanks so much for watching, and yeah, let's keep on doing this, and yeah, have a great weekend and a great day or night whenever you watch that video, and see you later. Thank you very much. Bye bye.